Whew. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. It is Wednesday, hump day, April 24th, and it is 6 a.m. I got up at 5 a.m. Actually 4 something. And, said my prayers, got on up, and ran me a nice hot bath, put some lavender in there, and, all of that. Made my coffee. Which is really good. So it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming to y'all obviously quite early. Really very sleepy still, but I'm up. I'm so grateful and thankful to be up, to be alive, to be healthy, clothed, sheltered in my right mind. While I was in the tub, y'all, I was just listening to, I scrolled across some YouTubers. I think I may have seen them before. They looked familiar. I think her name is Tanaje. His name is Tony for short. And they were talking about, I hear more negative stories about Mexico than I do good stories, to be honest. And they were talking about, they're van lifers as well. They travel in their van. And they were in Mexico, hanging out, having a good time. And on their way leaving, to come back home, they were talking to some of the people in Mexico that they were hanging out with. And these people were telling them, listen, don't go back the way you came. They were telling them that the way you came was very dangerous. People get pulled over by cartel, kidnapped, rape, all kind of stuff, right? Now, how they managed to get there without any issues was a blessing. But it makes you wonder, because these people told them they don't go back the same way you came. Now, the way they came, they were traveling in what's called a free zone, she said. Now, the way they decided to go, you get stopped at customs. You need to have what's called a TIP, traveling something papers. And they didn't have that, right? Because they didn't come that way. And they were trying to explain to them, we came this way because we were told the other way was dangerous, da-da-da-da. And so it became this whole big thing. Nobody wanted to listen. There were some people that were trying to help. They didn't think it was going to be an issue that it turned out to be. But the one lady came out, manager, and they took the van from them. Told them get whatever you can out of it. Now, it just so happened they had some traveling sacks or whatever, so they were able to put quite a few things in there. Their, recording equipment and dog food, because they had, a dog, Gypsy, a big dog at that. I think a collie. So here they are stuck. Like, what do we do? They didn't took our home, what do we do? So they sitting around on the sidewalk. They're trying to figure things out. Y'all, it was nothing but hell. Heck, because hell is worse. But they was going through nothing but, people wanted to charge them so much money for the simplest things, and then by them having a dog, and not a little dog but a big dog, that became an issue. Hotels didn't want to, even though they were dog friendly, oh, he's too big, or this or that, it's always something. Then they got pulled over just as they got a few minutes from the airport. and was getting shook down. The cop was like, "Oh, you can't drive this car at this certain time," and all he wanted was money. Well, how much money do you have? It's gonna cost you this. It's gonna cost you that. And she's like, "We don't have anything." And she said, "It just so happens the last few dollars that they had, that was in the glove compartment, she had just recently took it out the glove compartment and put it in her pocket." And so when he was like, "Well, what do you have? Give me what you have." She was like, "See," she opened up the glove compartment. She's like, "We have nothing else." And she got there reaching and doing this, and she just pulled out a buck or something, a few dollars that, was in her pocket or something, and was finna give it to him. And he was like, no, down here. So he didn't want anybody to see. He reached in the car and got it. So she said they knew that they were being, shook up or whatever, but at this point it didn't matter, because they were like, "We trying to get out of here. We trying to go." And so he let him go. And, it was just one thing after another. They went to one hotel. She looked it up first. It said dog friendly. And then they get there, they check in, they go in and get in the shower. They get out the shower, the phone ringing. They're like, "Well, who calling us?" And so they was like, "Well, we got to laugh to keep from crying." And so she made a joke. "Oh, they're going to say it ain't dog friendly." And sure enough, that's what they were saying. The guy was giving them such a hard time. And so her husband, he was like, "You know what? I just don't want no more problems." So he grabbed the dog, grabbed their stuff, and headed outside. She was like, "No." At this point, she had enough. She was going off, and she looked up the website that she, where she found online saying dog friendly, and she took it down there to him. "This is what your website says." And he began to tell me, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I apologize, all this stuff." And she was like, and she said at that point she just let him have it. She was like, "I'm just so over this." And again, he apologized. "It's okay, you guys can stay," all this crap. So she goes and get him and the dog, and they go upstairs or whatever. And by this time, her mom called, and her mom was like, "You know what?" Her mom and her sister said, "We're gonna come get you." So they drove 5 hours. They got there in about 4 and picked them up. They had to wait, at like the airport or something, wherever they were, for about 4 hours. They just had to wait because there was nowhere else to go. No, they was constantly spending money, overspending, because people were overcharging them for stuff. And then the eclipse, they couldn't rent a vehicle because so many people had come in. I mean, it was crazy. And I'm like, and she said, still they don't have their vehicle back. They're like, it's like they doing things on purpose. They tell them, "Oh, you have to fill out this paperwork, and you have to fill it out meticulously. You have to do exactly how they said it." And so they do. And then when they turn it in, they send it back and say something else is wrong. And they're like, "Oh my God," like they just kept doing it. So now here it is, the weekend. Just craziness. And, I myself would never go to Mexico. And I feel like this. I feel like, honestly, the same way I feel about certain celebrities. I feel as though when you don't treat people right, and there's nothing but more bad stories than good, I feel as if everything should cease, should stop. People should stop going to Mexico, stop everything. Because if that stops, then you know what? They're going to be forced to say, "You know what? We need to do things differently. This is not right." Right? People should not be afraid to go somewhere and try to have a nice time, just to be caught up in some BS, or to your life to be, risking your life, or whatever. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I just feel like if everything stopped, people stop going there, stop going on vacation, stop everything, they're going to be forced to work on or fix whatever the issue is. That's just wrong. It's ridiculous. Just like a lot of movie stars, a lot of so-called celebrities, some of them are so nasty and cocky and arrogant and funky. If people just stop, you know what? You are no longer important. You are no longer relevant. You are just no longer worth it. They're going to stop and be forced to smell themselves and be like, "You know what? Let me fix this." You know what I'm saying? Because you got where you are because of your fans, or because people watch you, or this, that, and the other. And for you to not give back, or for you to be nasty and funky and have You know, you hear all these stories about certain, you know, actors that are just horrible to people. You know what? That'll be your last job. You know, it just it just drives me nuts when I hear some of this stuff. It's like, oh my god, right? And I just feel so horrible for them, and my prayers go out, and I pray that they get their van back, and I'm praying that, and I know it's wrong, that's why I say God's still working on me. I'm not perfect, but I feel like when people hurt people and do things like that intentionally, when they know that they're wrong, and they know that their intentions are not good intentions, I just feel like those particular people should reap what they sow. And I think how they treat others should happen to them tenfold. And I know that's wrong. We're supposed to love, and some people make it so difficult and so hard. You know, Jesus hung on the cross. Jesus was beaten, was whipped to the point his skin, you know, just the thought of the pain and the things that he went through, that he did not have to go through it. Jesus could have simply got up off that cross, snapped a finger, and everybody would have been dead. You know, and proved to them, this is who I said I am, who I am. You know, but he didn't. He did not. He didn't want to be on that cross. He went to God. He prayed so many times, take this cup from me if it be your will. But I'm going to do God's will. I'm going to do your will, not mine. If this is what you want me to do, I'm going to do it. Do I want to do it? Mm-mm. But do I want to please God? Yes. You know, he sweat blood. That's extreme stress. Like on another level stress. But he did it because he loves us. You know, it's like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so if he can do that, how come I cannot love? And I really do try hard. But I tell you, when I hear things like this, it's just, you know, I pray, my prayers go out in Jesus' name. I pray that they get their vehicle back. And I pray that the people who put them through this unnecessary situation go through something to reflect back on what they did, you know, and to know exactly why they're going through what they're going through, because I did this and I shouldn't have. You know, it's like, think about you, and think about, if you don't care about yourself, think about somebody you do care about, and think about how you would feel if they were put in that situation, or if they were treated the way you're treating someone else. Like, oh my God, like, I don't know, it's just so upsetting to hear. It really is, you know. And like I said, I've heard many horrible stories, more so than good stories. I saw an interview with another couple, and they weren't even couples; they were brother and sister, and it was a bunch of them. It was I think it was four siblings. I think it was 2 girls, 2 boys, if I'm not mistaken. And it might have been someone else involved, I forget, but they were simply traveling, having a nice time in Mexico, come across the cartel or whatever the case may be. 2 of their siblings lost their lives. They killed them, or a friend or something. And then the other 2, they tortured, they beat, they made the 2 have sex with one another while they watch. And they're like, this is my sister. They didn't care. Like, these people went through heck. And it's like, no way I would go to Mexico City. No. No. I got a good imagination. I can imagine myself being on the beach. I'm sorry. Like, why put myself through that? Why take a chance? Oh, it won't happen to me. It may not. You know, and I trust and believe in God, but I'm not going to purposely put myself in a situation where something could happen. No. No, and I'm not trying to live my life in fear either. And don't misunderstand. I'm just saying, knowing and hearing all. God, my knee, come on now, knee, stop acting up. Hearing these things, I have no desire whatsoever to go to Mexico. None. Y'all give me one moment. Let me just get my phone. Woo. All right. Sorry guys, I gotta get another charger. This is the phone that I need so that I can sign in to work and it won't stay charged. Because the charger that I have, I guess, I don't know, maybe it's a shortage in it. I don't know what's going on with it, but it ain't charging the phone. I have a universal charger, but Jeremiah has it. Because I hardly ever use it. So I just go in and charge my phone and then go and get it. But definitely have to get another charger. Dang cat fur everywhere, y'all. But yes, guys, I don't know, sometimes I watch these different videos. I'm so sleepy. Sometimes I watch these different videos. I don't know, I just feel horrible. I feel so bad that people are going through some of the things that they are going through. And I just pray for everybody. I really do. I pray for everybody. You know, some people share the situation, some do not for whatever reason. You know, and it's understandable either way. I watched, whenever my TV is on and, you know, it automatically plays, it always reverts back to a camper named Tony. And he has a beautiful collie named Bruce. But Bruce passed away, and now he has Bruno. And they were very well. Bruce was very well trained, and so is Bruno. Bruno's a pup, and Bruce passed away because I think he had taken Bruce to the pet sitter. They went somewhere, and so, you know, they put him in the pet like daycare, and they said it was something wrong with his leg. Something was wrong, and then shortly after he passed away. So it was something going on with him, and I forget exactly what it was, but it was horrible. So he passed away, and they weren't even there to be with him when this happened. So that was a sad story, a situation, a sad event altogether. He's back camping, and he has now Bruno. And he was talking about how, you know, with his cigar time, during cigar time, he was just talking about how chaotic and crazy the world is not getting, but has become. You know, he was just saying how it seems like the stranger, the weirder, or the wackier you are, the better. He was like 20, 30, 40 years ago, back in his younger days, if you were a little off or something was wrong, you would seek help, or someone around you would get some help for you. Nowadays, it's like it's okay. It's okay for you to go out there and just be weird. And they promote that. Oh, you're just being yourself. You know, as people are angrier and just taking their anger out on other people and just doing all kind of crazy things and saying all kind of crazy things and hurting other people, and it seems to be okay. And he was like, even with the internet, he was like, YouTubers, he was like, if you don't like something a YouTuber is doing, don't watch. As opposed to getting on there with hateful comments, stupid comments, this, that, and the other. He was like, it's so many people, they get a kick out of that because they're sick. You know, where you put up stupid comments and say hurtful, ugly things, and then you go back and you looking and you waiting for somebody to respond. Like, you're charged by it. He said, I got news for you. He said, I had your comments. In other words, he said, I'm not going to block you, but I'm going to have your comment, right? It's basically almost torturing them. So in other words, they looking for comment for somebody to respond to something stupid they said, but nobody ever does. That's because it's hidden. Like, you can see what I'm saying and doing, but you can't comment. You know what I'm saying? And if you do comment, you'll never get a response because it's hidden, right? He says, as YouTubers, we have the ability, YouTube has provided us the ability to do that, because you do have a lot of sick and ignorant and stupid people out there that just don't have nothing else better to do, right? Or that just get off on that because something's wrong with them, right? And then you have those that create channels based off talking and hurting other people, talking about other people, about, you know, and it's just, it's pointless to me. I think it's ugly. I think it's sick. I think it's crazy. But he was just talking about how just crazy the world has become, and it makes no sense. It doesn't. It's crazy. And this was an older video, because in this video Bruce was there. This is a video with Bruce before, you know, obviously before he passed away. You know, just, I don't know, like I said, it really, when you hear certain stories and things, yeah, there are a lot of good stories out there, but when you hear certain things, it really kind of makes you rethink wanting to do certain things. And like I said, I've always kind of wanted to do the nomadic type of life, at least for a year. You know, the stealth living, at least for a year, because I want to be debt free. I want to save, you know, but I'm not able to do that right now, and I don't think that I would anymore, because it's just so much going on. You know, if I could, I might. The thought is still there, still lingers there. I wouldn't even mind doing a tiny home. I could do it. I could do it, you know. I have to learn to purge and to let go and try to live as minimalistically as I can. It can be difficult. Most definitely. Like, even here, this is tiny in my opinion. You know, and it's hard. But I'm working on it. You know, like my kitchen, you know, with storage and things like that. You know, one thing about the minimal life, to live minimalistically, I can't say it minimalistically, whatever, to live as minimal as you possibly can. You have to get rid of things that you really honestly don't need or use. you just get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Give it to someone that can use it, and that use it on a regular basis, right? It's just that simple. You know, sometimes we have things just because you don't really need them. You know, yeah, it's 6:25, and I just want to lay back down and go to sleep. I really do. And it's been so busy at work. It's been weeks and they have not offered VTO. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't even take it. I have to donate today for sure because I didn't yesterday. So I definitely have to do it today. If I do it today, the second time this week would be Friday. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to have to do it on the weekend. So it would have to be today. Yeah, when I went to look at my car yesterday, it looked kind of dusty. And it's like when I parked it, it was right after getting it washed. I went through the car wash, remember? And it's been parked ever since. I haven't been in it since. And that's what I'm saying with me. Like, my gas lasts a long time because I don't go anywhere. Like, I'll put gas in it, and I only get in the car maybe twice a week. And that's to go to donate, go to the grocery store or dollar store, and or the dollar store. Back home again. And some Sundays I drive myself to church. That's it. That's it. You know, so I just went out there and I looked, and I guess where I'm parked to, I'm kind of parked slightly under this tree, and it just looked like it just needs to be washed again. You know, and to be honest with you, it may take a couple of washings, but she looked so fresh and new when I washed it that time. She really needed it. She did. Oh gosh, I'm sorry guys, I'm so sorry. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay down for half an hour, and then I'll get on back up and get ready to sign in because I am so sleepy. I am. Ouch. I have my coffee for today. I did pretty good, y'all. Yesterday, after I ate dinner, I was serious. I said nothing else goes in my mouth after 7:30 unless it's water. And I did good. I didn't put anything in my mouth after I ate dinner. I didn't put anything else in my mouth. I did earlier, way earlier, like maybe 2 or something. No, actually it was about maybe 11 at night yesterday evening. I got up and got my water, and I drank a little bit of that, not a lot, because I felt dehydrated. And so yeah, other than that, nothing went in my mouth. I was so serious. I am so serious. I am going to really work hard on fasting. I got to get this weight off. So like I said, from 7:30 p.m. until I said 7:30 a.m., but I'm thinking from 7:30 to 6 because I get up and have my coffee, so a lot of time. But actually, yeah, I guess putting food in my mouth, I would say nothing until 7:30 a.m. So from 7:30 to 7:30, I think that's how I'm going to do it for a while. So I haven't eaten anything yet today, just had my coffee. I did take something for my headache again. woke up with a really bad headache, so I did take something. And again, like I said, I know a lot of that is nothing but, sinuses, allergies, things like that. But I don't feel sick at all, so I do think that a lot of what was going on with me the other day was that coffee. I had it too strong, on top of obviously taking that medication on an empty stomach. But that coffee was it was too strong. It really was. And I'm trying to think, when I do eat something, I don't even know what I would have a taste for. Maybe some soup, I don't know, some fruit. Maybe I'll do me a cheese egg sandwich or boiled egg. I don't know. I'll probably boil me an egg. Oh, I'm trying to stretch and, body feel a little stiff. It's chilly too. It's crazy how this temperature keeps fluctuating. It's warm one day, it's cold the next. Alexa said it's gonna be 40 something today, so I have on some sweatpants, my t-shirt, and obviously my jacket when I go out. So yeah, you guys enjoy your hump day. Oh, I didn't even say to y'all, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Hey, ho, hey, ho. Happy hump day, Wednesday. 2 more days to go. 2 more days to go. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday. Remember to treat people the way the Lord would. Remember to say your prayers, not for just your family, friends, and loved ones, but all our brothers and sisters in Christ. And expect great things. Guys, I am expecting great things to happen to me, through me, and for me today. And I'm expecting the same for you. I hope you are as well. Okay? I hope that you are as well. In the meantime, in between time, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great morning.